Is Guadalupe Maldonado. I'm a first-year graduate student here at Aurora University's online program, MSW program, I should say. I have 2 additional years as a full-time student, and I look forward to reading your feedback and any questions you might have for me. So let's go ahead and get started. So culture to me means a group of people in which they have similar interests and backgrounds. So I identify my culture as Mexican American. During my development, culture, ethnicity, and/or oppression impacted my life in the following way. So I would certainly say it was a positive and negative impact. Positive in the fact that I grew up in Carpentersville, Illinois, and those who don't know, it's just predominantly Mexicans, and I guess now in a sense, or the individuals I grew up with were Mexican American, and I had the opportunity to actually just really make best friends, and we shared the same struggles, and we leaned on each other for any support. So that was actually pretty amazing, because being the firstborn, being the eldest, you get a lot of pressure from your parents, and so those who are a lot older would definitely understand that too. And so the negative impact that had in my life was actually being looked at as a weirdo or a freak because I spoke another language, but also criticized in the way that we see now on TV, that because they speak Spanish, they might be talking about me, or this is America, you're supposed to speak American or English. And so there was just a lot of comments like that that really hurt my self-esteem, to a point. There was a time where I did stop speaking Spanish because of that. And of course now it's definitely a lot better. I embrace my heritage, and I flaunt that I speak Spanish. And so on to the next question. In order to be a social worker, I need to know more about culture, ethnicity, and/or oppression in the following way. I think that as a social worker, we need to explore more of the culture, ethnicity, and/or oppressions as for all races. And so I think that if we as social workers are open-minded, that culture might mean something different to someone else, or whatever the case is, then we have to be open to hearing what they have to say. And so other thoughts that I have regarding race, culture, and ethnicity, I think people need to know. I certainly believe that as social workers, we need to be careful on what we say to our clients, because sometimes it might be hurtful. So, for example, the other day I was speaking with a professional who wasn't a social worker, but she was in the social services field. I was speaking with them, and I had said something in the lines with, what are the individuals that you predominantly work with most, or something along those lines. I forgot how I worded it exactly. And she said, we only deal with Mexicans. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, I mean, that's technically not correct. You might deal with the Latino community or Hispanics, but of course I didn't say anything. But a lot of people, at least in the Hispanic community that I know, for example, I have a friend who's Dominican. She absolutely hates being called Mexican, because that's not what she is. She is Dominican. That's her culture. And so, I mean, I think that any professional social workers need to be aware that some things might be hurtful. And so, also, again, just being open-minded to other areas, or being educated on other areas, other cultures, will definitely benefit the social work in the long run. So I'm just going ahead to the next question. How might these beliefs and values impact my work with clients? I certainly believe that these would impact my work with clients in the light where I can build rapport with them a lot more a lot sooner than expected, because I'm able to understand where they're coming from, being a minority, and having that open-minded where, okay, tell me what your culture is, or even asking them like, what do you think you identify with, in a sense. And so, how do I approach the topic of culture with patients that I work with? Um, Certainly, again, on the topic of culture, I would certainly say that, um, I would let them know what my my definition of culture is, and then I would have them just kind of answer that in a way of just me asking them, what's your definition of culture, and then just going off that. I think that race and ethnicity really branch out from culture. So then, if we can target culture as, I guess, the main bubble, and then just kind of do the sub bubbles as race and ethnicity, then it would certainly be impactful. So that is all I have. If you guys have any questions, again, please let me know, and I look forward to answering them. Thank you.